Wow, it's been quite a while since my Wii U Retrospective went up. Loads of new people have joined me here on YouTube, and I'd actually like to think that I've gotten somewhat better at making videos since. Thus, here we are today. In the light of the Wii U and 3DS eShop shutting down later this month, why not give this little guy one more time to be in the spotlight? And I guess it won't hurt to give a little refresher from my perspective. I follow and have followed Nintendo since birth, thanks to my dad. And as such, when the Wii U had its first E3 presentation, I was the first to fanboy over it. I remember bragging to my friends in school how it would be an even bigger success than the Wii. Now, first of all, ouch! And second of all, why the hell would I even brag about that? I mean, sure, Nintendo was like my home team in a sports sense, but looking back at myself from the time, I wish I could have been a little less annoying about the whole thing. Regardless, I ended up playing the Wii U in a gaming convention in 2012. My first real experience with the console was the Pikmin 3 demo and the new Super Mario Bros. U. Like I said last time, I was in absolute shock over the graphics and the feel of the whole gamepad and all. I mean, it's pretty understandable seeing as this was the first Nintendo console to come with HD video output. And come on, I was like 13, so it's pretty warranted. But hey, there's me at 13, absolutely loving the stuff I played on it. In the months leading up to the launch of the system, my fanboy ego just kept on growing. And eventually, after poring over all of the forum posts I could find about the damn system, launch day finally arrived. There I was, taking this low-quality picture with Nintendo Land, Zombie U, Mass Effect, Black Ops 2, and New Soup U by my side. Opening up that spooky black deluxe packaging was exciting as all hell. Getting my own gamepad and all to play around with. And as I mentioned in the retrospective, I somehow lost the stand for the gamepad and for the whole system itself. Oh well. Then, after setting everything up, we did, as a lot of others did too, I assume, which is the Wii to Wii U transfer. And you know, it took its sweet time, so it gave me plenty of time just to stare at the wonderful animations of Pikmin running back and forth with my precious save data. During this time, I remember the anticipation just exploded for me. The new generation of Nintendo just came out, and I had it in front of me. I had it all, it felt like. I booted up the new Super Mario Bros. U game, and I was quite frankly very mixed. It wasn't all that different from the Wii version, but still good, right? Nintendo Land was quite awesome though. I loved experimenting with all of the different games and such. Then Mass Effect, I quickly noticed wasn't my thing. And Zombie U got me playing for a good while. However, after a while, I remember thinking it got a little less interesting, and as such, I stopped playing it. Then, finally, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Thanks to me having played both Modern Warfare 2 and 3 on Xbox before I knew what to expect. And sure enough, it was pretty fun. But over the coming days, I noticed something. The two games I consistently went back to play for that first week was Nintendo Land and Black Ops 2. I found them both very enjoyable, but nothing groundbreaking. And in Black Ops 2's case, it had some problems. Online play constantly cut out for me. I saw performance stutters, and most of all, I had no one to play with or talk to. I realized this as my friends in school talked about how they got Black Ops 2 on, you guessed it, the Xbox. Needless to say, it felt weird. Was all the hype for the system itself just for nothing? Why did no one else get the Wii U but me? What happened to that seemingly inevitable future of the Wii U becoming a bigger success than the Wii? It painted a grim future for the console in my mind. It was still my guy, right? My home team, Nintendo. I couldn't just not be hyped. So I quite literally became a blind fanboy at the start of the Wii U's life. The time I spent from 2012 to 2013 was interesting. During that time, I sold the Black Ops 2 on the Wii U and got it on the Xbox like my friends. I started using the social media platform Miiverse a lot, and I managed to get those same friends of mine to come and try stuff like Nintendo Land, and the best thing was that most people actually liked it. And for someone like me at the time, it was a huge relief that someone else actually enjoyed this video game console I did. Although, all in all, I spent most of my Wii U time playing Wii games back then. But that all changed in the coming years. Pikmin 3, Wii Party U, Mario 3D World, and the Wind Waker HD all came out in 2013. And for me, that was finally some ammunition I could use against the endless stream of "the Wii U sucks" comments. The way I see it, each and every year got better for the Wii U, especially in 2014 with the Smash craze and Mario Kart 8 as well as Hyrule Warriors in my opinion. It's safe to say that the days of me playing Wii games on the Wii U were over. I suppose a thing that's easily forgotten is that the Wii U and 3DS were in one real ecosystem, with some games coming out on both platforms, Amiibo and Miiverse also on both. I think that helped Nintendo more than anything else. When the drought on one platform happened, the other one was there to pick up the slack. Flash forward to 2023, also known as present day, and the Wii U is actually somewhat liked. Well, by the people who actually know what it is. Nah, but jokes aside, for one such as me, seeing people around the world and even in my own comment section share stories of their time with the Wii U makes me happier than I want to admit. Especially those new to the Wii U, finally getting to experience the console. So, let that be your call to get a Wii U if you've never played it. Even today, it's still worth playing the Wii U. It has some great games, and a lot of them are still exclusive experiences on the platform, thanks to the gamepad. Now, the eShop going away is a bit of a bummer, but remember you can still download all of the updates for games and re-download stuff you already own. So, unless there's some exclusive eShop game you want, this shouldn't be too bad, aside from one pretty big thing. Perhaps the biggest drawback of the eShop closing is that we lose the virtual console. And I can totally see the issue here. I also want to own games, as in comparison to the Switch's streaming service instead, Switch Online. Now, of course, that majorly sucks, but fret not. You should be just fine if you're willing to put in the work. And my reason for that is that the Wii U is pretty darn easy to homebrew. Say what? Homebrew? For the one person watching this that doesn't know what that is, it's the term used when hacking your Wii U. Or Wii. Or 3DS even. A homebrewed Wii U can play just about everything thanks to a multitude of emulators and custom software. Now, there's a big-ass community around all Nintendo homebrew stuff, so if you're interested, you'll surely find out how to do it yourself if you simply search for it. Oh, and something pretty darn amazing for homebrew is also the revival of Miiverse. That's the social media platform that shut down in 2017. But as stated, with homebrew you can actually get it back online with a huge community-driven project known as Reverse, or Reverse if you like pronouncing your words correctly. I'll abstain from sharing any direct links here, but as stated before, you'll find it if you just search for it. And if modding your console isn't something you want to do, then there's still a huge library of physical games to get. Most game stores and online marketplaces such as eBay or Facebook still have every game you could think of. And from my understanding, it's not super expensive to find the best games for the system. Honestly, even nowadays, I go back and play my Wii U regularly, simply because there's just nothing quite like it. The games are so tied to the console that anything else would feel wrong for me. Even though most of the big Wii U games have been ported to the Switch by now, there's just something that feels right with the original versions. And no, it's not that the discs are shiny as hell and feel strangely good to hold. For a more in-depth look at some of the games and the system physically, I still recommend my old retrospective, even if it's a little outdated. And again, for anyone new here, thanks for watching this long. If you could, then subscribe and leave a like to help a guy out. Oh, and if this storytime format is something you like, then I'll surely be sharing more in the future. Alright, that's it. You're free to go. I'ma just stay here and stare at you while the screen slowly fades to black. I mean, you still might hear my voice for a while, but the video is over. See ya.